This video is sponsored by Auto Exchange.
Okay, what's up guys? With Hadi once again, back at Auto Exchange. Here to exchange the Aerox for 400X. So anyway, for 400X, how much is the rental?
Per day will be 40.
40 lah.
Yeah.
So this 400X also, you guys offer lease to own?
No.
No, only for now what you have?
Aerox, ADV and X-Max.
I see. Well, X-Max also you all have?
Yeah, soon, next week.
Next week,
coming over.
So if you guys want a lease to own, do come to Auto Exchange. Yeah, because they really hooked me up with some awesome rides. Thanks again, Hadi.
No worries.
And your boss also.
Here to sign. Sini.
dah sign.
Just sign. Oh, digital signature, I forget. Ini motor dia? Wow. Okay, condition looks good. So, okay lah. So, macam motor biasa lah. Like a usual bike lah.
Yeah.
Okay lah. Okay guys, anyway, they have the Z1000. So, you think I should review the bike or not? If you think I should review, just comment below. Okay lah guys, gonna ride my dream bike, the CB400X. Thank you so much, Hadi.
Alright.
And yeah, we're gonna do a review on it lah. Okay guys, so this is my dream bike, the Honda CB400X. And just to give a bit of background on it, first launched in 2013 and manufactured in Japan, the Honda CB400X is marketed as an all-rounder adventure bike for both the street and touring. So in Singapore and Japan, it's sold as the 400X. However, in Malaysia and Thailand, due to differences in motorcycle classes, the CC has been increased to 500 and is locally known as the CB400X. Both bikes are virtually similar in terms of specifications and design. So the engine is a 399cc liquid-cooled parallel twin with a programmed fuel injection fuel system and a 6-speed manual transmission. So in Singapore, the CB400X is a very popular bike, almost as popular as the Honda CB400, and ridden by many riders of all ages. And in 2019, Honda released a second generation of the CB400 with a much more aggressive adventure look. Okay, so we're gonna do a road test with the CB400X. As I've told you guys before, this bike is my dream bike. Okay, it's currently a 616, so suitable to test this bike during peak hour traffic. Okay, so it's quite big to lane split, but still doable. Have to say that it's quite daunting because I'm so used to smaller bikes to lane split with that for me is quite daunting lah. Maybe I need some more practice to lane split with the CB400X. Okay, so just a bit of background about the 400X. I'm sure you guys know that the CB400X is my favorite bike ever. I've always dreamed of getting this bike ever since I got Hidayah. I actually took my class 2A because of the CB400X, but I never really bought the 400X due to financial reasons. I wonder where the cops have to. Okay, pretty good launch right there. Pickup is pretty good. I mean, it's a class 2A bike, what do you expect? Anyway, the 400X is available in Malaysia and Thailand as the 500X class 2. But here in Singapore it's sold as the 400X because I presume Honda wanted to capture the class 2A market, in which at that time it was dominated with Honda Super Force. They reduced the CC for the 500X and it was introduced here. This model I have, I think, is the first generation, and Honda have since come out with another improved version which has additional bodywork to match the current market of adventure bikes out there currently. Because I feel that right now in the year 2019-2020 there's so many choices for adventure bikes out there with the very aggressive angular designs. And the current generation of CB400X has somewhat captured that very rugged angular design of the current adventure bikes right now. But this is the original. Okay, so we're gonna go into the highway and test the bike on highway roads. The pickup is very good, definitely more than enough for you to escape sticky situations. Alright, like I said, good enough to escape sticky situations. But it's not really that fast actually as compared to other sports bikes. I mean, it is still a 2A. But I think if you were to modify the CB400X further, it can go quite fast lah. But I don't see why there's a need, because this bike is marketed as an adventure bike. It's not meant to go fast. It's meant for you to like cruise down the highway at a comfortable speed, maybe 100, 110. I mean, it is a touring bike lah. A touring bike, you definitely need to go that fast. And with its given its size, its built, it's definitely built for ruggedness, for toughness. You can stick all kinds of accessories on it. Speaking of accessories, with the bike's availability in Malaysia and Thailand, there is no shortage of accessories for this bike. It has got a wide range of aftermarket parts that you will be spoiled for choice on how you want to, how you want the CB400X to stand out from the rest of the guys. It has this I think this windshield is aftermarket. It's definitely taller and it's affecting somewhat my vision a bit, but still okay. Although a bit irritating. Even side brackets for you to put side boxes. I have seen a lot of CB400X that have bought this bike till they are tour ready, but then cannot go out of the country right now because of the current border shutdown. Okay, I have to say that this bike is very good for cruising down the highway. It's very stable given its weight, given its size. It's very stable going at high speed, but I don't think this bike can go that fast, just enough for you to cruise down the highway at a comfortable speed, given the CB400X touring nature lah. And I've been told numerous times by a lot of people that this bike fuel consumption is very good. It doesn't use so much fuel. I think this is due to the bike technology, like fuel injection. Okay, entering Kranji Expressway. One of the reasons why I love the CB400X is because of its design. I love the design since the beginning. I mean, it's big, it's rugged. I'm not particularly fond of the current design, which has the additional body cladding on the sides here, because it looks as if it's not necessary, I prefer the original bodywork, which is this model right here. I think for this bike, the crash bar is OEM. Most of it is OEM except for the windshield. I feel this is definitely aftermarket. But if you guys were to own a CB400X, please take this out on a tour, because I feel that if you're not living Singapore with the CB400X, you are definitely wasting this bike's potential. Just get a 2B bike. I mean, I think that is more than enough. If your intention of getting a bike is just for transport. But for the 400X, do go on tours with it. Do go to Thailand with it. It's definitely gonna be an adventure lah. And it will serve you well. As this is what the CB400X is built for, for adventure. For me, sitting on this bike, I'm 165, and it's just right for me, It's just right for short people like me, even though the bike looks big. But it's just right for me. I'm not tiptoeing while stopping at the intersection. Okay, so we're going to open her up. Woo! Man, I'm imagining right now I'm on the highways of Thailand, with the bike right now. This thing really goes. Maybe because I'm used to riding Class 2B bikes,
Like Hidayah is a class 2B, so she doesn't really go that fast. Max speed is only 110. For me, when I was in traffic, the bike doesn't really do too well. It's a bit bulky, 2-lane split, and I feel as if I'm gonna hit the vehicle next to me or something. But maybe you need to get used to the bike, you know, to gauge on how big your bike is 2-lane split lah. The CB400X in Singapore is very popular amongst older riders, younger riders, middle-aged riders. I see this bike almost everywhere in Singapore, and that is particularly the reason why it doesn't really turn hits that much, because given this bike's very common nature, it doesn't really stand out lah. Okay, so we're gonna try on minor roads to see how this CB400X handles on corners. Okay guys, so we are currently at Sungai Tengah area in Jalan Leka and Jalan Semangka, Lorong Semangka, sorry. So we're gonna test this bike on rural setting. This is probably the best rural place that I know. So yeah. Wow, this road really brings me back to Thailand, you know. I feel as if I'm in Malaysia or Thailand right now. One of the few places in Singapore, you know, to have this rustic farmland. Okay, so we're gonna push it a bit. And slightly bumpy roads, you can't really feel the suspension. You can't really feel the bumps on slightly bumpy roads. But this bike, it doesn't want a corner lah. It doesn't really want a corner. You have to slow down considerably to negotiate a turn. That's what I'm doing now. Yeah, you have to really lean into it and corner. You cannot really you know, corner very fast on the CB400X. I think it's due to the nature of this bike. Given its tall suspensions, it doesn't really want a corner. Okay, gonna open it up. Wow, this is definitely good for touring. Okay, brakes are pretty good, very responsive. Okay, Lorong Semangka, turning left into Lorong Pasu. As I said, one of the few rural roads left in Singapore. And wow, I feel as if, you know, I'm in Malaysia right now, man. I miss touring. I wish I could just take this bike and go on a tour. Woo! Check out the sound, guys. I'm gonna open up my helmet so you guys can hear the sound. The sound on the CB400X is very bitchin'. Ooh, I love to hear her purr. Quite powerful for a 2A bike. I mean, for me, I'm like, you know, jumping from a class 2B to a class 2A from what I'm used to. So to me, this is powerful enough. But a lot of seasoned riders have mentioned that the CB400X isn't that powerful as compared to other 2A or class 2 bikes. But I feel that this is enough, because this is an adventure bike. This is an adventure bike after all. It's not meant for you to go fast. It's meant for you to cruise down the highway comfortably, cruise down rural roads comfortably. So it's not really meant for, you know, the racetrack. It's meant for adventure. It's meant for touring. And this setting really fits the bike, you know. Whew. The raw power on this CB400X is very awesome. Okay, 6th gear. As I've said before, you need to slow down considerably to negotiate turns. This bike doesn't want to turn. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys another road that I feel transported me back to Malaysia, which is Jalan Lekar. I really feel as if I'm in the rural roads of Kelantan right now. Woo! Damn, I miss touring. For me, after riding my CB400 Hidayah for quite some time now, I feel that it's due for an upgrade, and the CB400X may be the bike. Whew, very torquey. Definitely awesome to cruise down the highways of Thailand with this bike. It's no wonder that the CB400X is a very popular bike in Malaysia and Thailand. I don't know if you guys can hear the power, but have a listen. Woo! Sounds really bitchin', man. Sounds really bitchin'. The brakes are very responsive as well. And ABS, because of ABS technology, the brakes won't lock up in an event of an emergency brake. Okay guys, so that is our review of the Honda CB400X. But we would still like to get more details about the bike.
Yeah.
As we are not owners of it.
Yes.
We're just renting it. So we're gonna bring out the owner of the CB400X.
Hi.
Oh my god, it's been a while, long time no see. Long time no see. I want to ask you, what's your experience of owning a CB400X that time?
Experience. Okay, when I first buy the bike, I didn't really have much thought about it. I just want to ride something that is taller than me.
Taller
So
than
it's
you.
like a challenge for me lah. The second reason why I buy this bike is because people say it's fuel economy. Means
Okay.
it doesn't eat up too much of your petrol. So yeah lah. What was your question again?
How's the handling and performance
Handling and
for you lah?
uh,
For me, it's good lah. I feel that it's a very fast bike, but it's not that fast lah. It's average lah.
yeah, correct. It's fast, but it's not really to my
Yeah, compared to
expectation.
the another bike that we reviewed earlier, right? This one has more torque.
More torque, yes.
The other bike
correct.
was like a bit. The pickup is still struggling in the pickup.
Yeah, still struggling. Yes, I agree with you. Then how is your fuel consumption like?
Fuel consumption. Okay, I remember not till habis. Means there's still a little bit of petrol. I can on a cruising speed.
Yeah,
I
90 lah.
90, 100 like that lah. 110. I can go up till 380 km.
380 ah.
Yeah.
Not bad lah guys, fuel savings yeah.
That's why they say this bike is fuel saving. Got one time lah, I change exhaust. That one habis lah. My petrol.
Okay, so now you said this is fuel saving. How about the cost of maintenance, or how is it?
Maintenance cheap good lah, because all I did was change EO, engine oil, 3 bottles, and oil filter. Usually it will cost me around 90 to 150 lah. 90 when there's promotion, 150 promotion.
Okay lah. Comparatively, it's much slightly a bit cheaper than the Super 4
Yes,
maintenance.
correct. I
Because
heard also lah.
for Super 4 you need about 4 bottles, right?
Yes. This one 3 only Wow, I'm impressed I like want to buy the bike already
I think it's 3 lah, because when my mechanic, I saw him took out only 3 bottles lah.
Parts wise, accessories wise, a lot.
Okay, I didn't really
Mod your bike
mod my bike. What I did was I use a higher windshield because I like touring.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think having a slightly taller windshield kira macam like, you know,
Protect you lah.
not protect me, macam Apa angin tu?
No.
Wind resistance.
Cut the wind.
Cut the
Something
wind.
like cut the wind.
Cut the wind.
Because when you have a lower windshield, you know, once the wind goes here, you inside your eyes.
Your leher like that sakit.
It hits into your face. It's like very strenuous.
Correct.
And then higher windshield, right? So that's will actually let the wind go through your head, so you
Go above your helmet.
not so strenuous on the neck. And then furthermore, those with lower windshield, if they do not want to replace the windshield, they probably just clip on the additional windshield, you know.
Understood.
How long did you own that Super 4?
CB400X.
How long did you own the Super 400X?
Okay, I own it for I think 3 years plus.
3 years, but 3 years of owning a Super
CB400X.
400X.
Uh-huh.
What are the mechanical issues or technical issues that you face?
Okay,
Is there any that is inherent to the bike?
Okay, honestly, right, I don't face any issues at all when riding this bike other than battery issues. I was waiting for my friend. We were supposed to go out together. So, I punya bodoh. I went to switch off the engine, but I on the hazard light. So after that, when my friend came down and we were supposed to move off already, I tried to start my bike. Why got the cranking sound? My bike won't start. So after that, my friend said, "Hey, just now you switch off your engine and you on your hazard light." I said, "Yeah, because is the place I wait right is totally dark, so I don't want
People to langgar you.
people to langgar me. So I switch on the hazard light lah." So he said, "Hey, that one habis lah your battery." So from
But
there,
I think also because maybe that the battery is already up to change, you know, the
Going to change maybe
So engine wise is okay lah.
engine wise is okay.
Okay. So
got no problem with the
400X riders, current and former, if you have anything to add on to our review, any knowledge that you wish to share with us or on other new riders, just put it in the comment below, okay?
Last question, how far did you went with your CB400X? I think this is a touring machine. This is really a touring machine from my experience with it.
Okay, the furthest I went with the bike is actually to Cameron Highland.
Alone or?
That one is with my 2 friends and one of them brought along their husband lah.
Okay lah, at least something lah. But when I was
Actually when we are at the Cameron, my friend actually suggested, since we are already at Cameron a few kilometers away from the Thailand border, want to go Thailand? I said no. Firstly, I never do my I'm not confident. I never do my research how, because crossing Thailand borders, I heard you need to have certain documents. It's different from crossing Malaysian borders.
It's true.
Malaysian border, you just bring your passport.
bring a passport, and then any insurance,
Crossing the Thailand border, you need to have your lock card and
Thai
then
insurance.
some other
So many
stuff,
documentations, right?
So I understand what you mean. How I wish all the borders in Southeast Asia share that the same mutual,
like the European Union Schengen agreement.
Like Singapore and Malaysia, you know, you cross over, you don't need so much document.
My dream bike, guys, my dream bike. Oh my gosh, hopefully I get to get it one day. And thank you so much for sharing your experience.
I wanted to share. Sorry, just now.
Sorry, don't mind me asking, what's your height?
My height is 159 lah.
159, you can ride such a big bike. Oh my gosh.
I downfork a bit lah, so I need to tiptoe a bit. If not, I will be like hanging also. One of my legs will be hanging also.
You were saying?
So actually, the reason why I actually sold off this bike is because I feel that I want to get another bike that is faster. Like we all know, this bike is fast, but not fast enough.
Not that fast.
For my expectation, because I go for speed rather than
Long distance, I see. Okay lah, Aisyah play speed one. She play track no.
No. I no budget to play track. But if you guys want to sponsor, I'm all for it lah. Sponsor my suit all.
Okay lah guys, so thank you so much for sharing your experience with the CB400X. This is the ultimate review. Any riders want to review their bike with us, do let us know. And thank you, and we will see you in the next one.